Man, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, man. You got that post Grammy fashion look on right now. What's good with you?
No, I just had to come to the roof, man. It's cold up here, but it's other things going down at the house. So I got my outdoors attire on.
Okay, I see you. I see you. All right, that's what's up,
Yes,
man.
sir.
So they reached out to me to talk to you about this concert that you have coming up, Dream Stage,
Absolutely.
April 17th, the Black Habits Experience. Can you talk to me about it? What's this experience going to be like?
So the Black Habits Experience. This is the tour that never happened. This is um this is the musical experience. This is the show that helps illustrate what Black Habits is about, both musically um and story wise. So it's going to be a combination of some film elements that help us fill in the gaps to the stories that the album is telling. So some of what we've done film wise is gone to the city of Inglewood and spoken to people that are close to me, to just get you know the same stories, but from their perspective. And, from my dad and mom to my brothers. And then as well as, people from the city who could just speak to what it means to grow up in Inglewood. So those kind of film elements will be woven into a live band experience with, I think it's a 3, 6 plus 10-piece band, and then so it's just gonna be one of those experiences that really gives people a one of a kind of view or listening of what Black Habits is about.
Nice. So it'll be sort of like a theater experience, theater might be a strong word, but definitely a multi-dimensional, three-dimensional or so look at you.
It's definitely a multi-dimensional experience. It has its visual elements to it, and even just the thought that goes into things like the stage plot and how who we incorporate. Even the people on stage in the band will be members of my family who were there when these stories were there. I my mother is going to join me again. My uncle will be playing bass. This is my same uncle who, when I was 13, gave me all of his studio equipment and set us off on being our own creators and producers and stuff. And he's also the same uncle that played bass for Shaka Khan and Prince and Destiny's Child and some of everybody. So those will be people who are joining me, as well as my cousins and my brothers.
Yeah. Any you've worked with significant rap family too. Will any of those folks show up?
We got some guests that'll be joining us. Toby Nwigwe is gonna pull up
Okay.
and bless us, and then I also did a song with Kirby, so she's gonna be coming through, and we'll perform a piece together. So we got some guests coming up, and I'm still reaching out to see who's available.
Yeah.
So maybe some surprises.
And this pandemic, this is an adaptation to this situation, but you're on the others. We're kind of on the other side. We're still in a pandemic, but it feels like we're on the other side almost.
Approaching it. We're for sure approaching the other side, and I look forward to getting out and being able to see people in person. You know what I'm saying? And touch the fans. Reach the fans in person and show them what it means to share physical space and really give them that exchange of energy. Me, having them in the room and them getting to see the art up close and personal. So I'm for sure with that. I'm about that life, and I look forward to that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Last time we talked, you spoke a lot about the performance aspect of it. I know it's important to you, but overall, how important has it been to your success, the performance? Because I think that's an element a lot of MCs, if you will, forget about.
Right. Well, I mean, I think a lot of what people saw, like my introduction to the world, uh, had to do with my understanding and my experience in performing. Um, I started off, wanting to be a piano performance major, and that was one of those elements that set me apart
Yeah.
on rhythm and flow. And, even, not doing much, but in high school, dancing, doing hip hop dance in this little crew, you know what I'm saying? Just even though I haven't been dancing as of late, it just made me familiar with at least hitting certain points so that an overall like show could have a whole nother level or layer of energy, you know. So those are some things that kind of put me in this position, to be honest, you know,
Yeah.
because it was extremely competitive uh, on Rhythm and Flow, and you know, a lot of people believed in me from the jump, but from my perspective, it was like if I didn't pull out all stops at every point in time, it was anybody's to take, you know.
Yeah.
So those things definitely played a role in me having this opportunity now to be on a global platform.
Now, things are probably never going to truly go back to being what they were. Companies like myself, we've adopted this new way of doing things and haven't quite missed a beat. Obviously, we miss the energy of sitting in front of someone. But for you, do you think this is a new way, a new rev stream, a new way to reach people, or will you kind of, drop that, once
Um,
back?
I believe people will continue doing this. You know, I believe there's a large musical audience that may not want to go back out to shows. So I think it'll be a hybrid of like touring for the people who are into that, like more intimate settings. I imagine you'll have smaller crowds and larger venues now. Um, you know, capacities in the same spaces will go down and the spaces won't change, you know, size. But so people who aren't really for that experience, because it also may entail other, you know, stipulations from, you know, temperature checks, COVID tests, vaccinations, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's a large population of people who are like, you know, their preferences, their own to, you know, go about their health however they see fit. So they may just be like, you know, I'd rather stay home and stream it, you know. But then for those people who enjoy that exchange of energy in person, they're gonna do what it takes to go out. So we'll probably see a hybrid of the two. So it's cool that these things are showing up, especially in this time. Like for me, the fans need to see this, you know,
Yeah.
and they need to see it now. They don't want to wait until, you know, I'm putting out another album to go back and experience Black Habits, because I got plenty of music.
That was like my next question. I know it's the Black
Yeah,
Hat experience, but you dropped a couple joints for the fans.
yeah,
Any shot at getting some new music from you?
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's some on the way.
yeah,
It's
that's
some on the way. We got a lot of stuff that I'm super excited about, proud of. We
mhm.
just we're just still you know, looking for that time and want to complete the story of Black Habits, do it its complete justice, because it is that body of work. It wasn't just 1 year in the making. Some of those songs were really lived experiences that I had written years before Rhythm and Flow came along. So in doing it justice, we want to make sure that we complete that cycle and give it the fans that experience and just the body of work that experience.
Yeah. Yo, it was great seeing you get honored at the Grammys with the nomination. And I'll keep it a buck. I felt like you should have been one of the winners. I know that Nas won, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nas, without question. He was way past due.
Absolutely.
But how do you feel in the aftermath of it all? Uh, I don't know. It's a true honor. I mean, especially so early in your career. But what are you thinking? How do you feel?
Man, it's yeah, I'm nothing but honored and elated that is how my first year culminated, you know. Um is that was one of my, you know, goals, to be on that stage, to get recognized at the Grammys and perhaps win a Grammy. Um, but I gave myself more years to allow that to happen, and for it to happen that first year was super dope. And you know, I grew up listening to Nas, you know, and I'm a Nas fan. I'm a Nas student, you know. So when you see when you see one of your heroes get recognized in the same sentences, you kind of celebrate, you know. And so I for sure clapped it up, you know, and so he deserves his flowers, and I'm glad that he for sure got them, you know. Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better culmination of a year, and I like the underdog position too. Like, so I didn't, like, it's a weird thing, but I didn't want them to take my underdog position from me, because it's like, nah, like I got way more in me than giving me every my life's goal, or one of my major life's goals, this prematurely. Like, let me show y'all what's really happening, because the way we made Black Habits was really to show them what the start of the story is, you
Right.
know. So it's like people giving you everything when you just gave them the introduction. Like, let me get to the body, you know. So
yeah, that's what's up. You do you have a new song, Sade. You know, Sade is one of my favorites. She's in my top 5 of all time. I mean, she's really in my top 2. Her and Stevie. You actually homage to Stevie. That's my 1-2 right there.
The one, yeah. Oh, that's a cold one too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Stevie said he's going to Africa. I'm like, hold up, Stevie.
Hold on, Stevie. But he said he's gonna give us another one though. He's gonna give us another project. So
okay, good. Because Stevie's life, man. Stevie's life was so Sade. I've seen you talk about it, but what prompted you to write this song? And do you think maybe you would want to get a collab? You know, I mean, we could bring her back.
Man, if we could get Sade on the record, that would be incredible. Yeah, no. That song, it's a combination of 2 things. It's a combination of like recognizing her, acknowledging her music and how incredible she is and what her contribution to the world is, and also telling a story that's just like, you know, for me it had become a recurring issue or story where it's like you're trying to pursue this dream, and then you also trying to, you know, be a man of integrity about how you move with the opposite sex. But you know, it takes a very special type of person to understand that your endeavors and support that, you know, with confidence, and you know, so that was what that story was. And so I just like being able to do both at the same time.
Okay.
You know,
what else do you have possibly coming up in the future? Any new business? Any new happenings?
Man, well, there's some investments that I'm excited about. It's looking like me and David Gross, who was doing a lot of investments with Nipsey Hussle. He's a real estate guru. It looks like we'll be purchasing Broadway Boxing Gym, which is the boxing gym I came up in, and then you know, opening that back up to the community so it could continue to serve, you know, the people that it has. And so that's one thing I'm excited about. I got some investments outside of the country, and then, you know, just looking to buy property, you know, and put my money in some good things. And so those are some things I'm excited about. I wrote a book as well. So that's something that after we drop the next project, that's something that we'll more than likely focus on for some time, you know, just to give that legs. And, you know, my roots in high school, I was in acting. So, and people kind of see glimpses of my directing and writing, because I play a huge role in like all of the music videos. So you can kind of see that common thread between them not just being like performance based or, you know, crowd scene based, you know. So those are some of the things I'm looking at, but it's all in due time. We want to continue to solidify our space in the music and give the fans, those people that are supporting us heavily, some depth, some projects that they can go back and listen to. So
okay, man, I appreciate your time, man. It was good seeing you at Grammys with your mom, man. That was just beautiful, man. That was just like, that was just an immaculate, visual. You know what I mean? So just big ups to your whole family, man. Like really, y'all really are, goals, I guess was what they say. You know what I mean? Like really just very proud to see y'all grow like that.
Thank you. We for sure at it, man. So it's gonna be some more moments to cherish. The first one is April 17th.
No doubt. We'll properly address on the site and everything. All right, man. You enjoy yourself. Stay warm. Stay healthy. We'll get up.
Will do. Likewise, my brother. God bless.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right. Peace.